Good evening. This is Thousand Bodies Podcast, and I'm King Gerald Jones. Y'all already know what it is, so let's get right to the body bowl. Find a body, tell a story, and have some fun. We got ticket. We got another blue ticket. I remember last week it was a blue ticket. We got blue ticket number 3008. Blue ticket 3008. Let's see what we got. Blue ticket 3008. Blue ticket 30. Okay, so we got a good one. As usual, you know I'm always say we got a good one. Blue ticket 3088. So this story takes place this was probably 3 years ago. Maybe no more than 3 to 4 years ago. Let me think. Let me set the mental mood. So I met this young lady on social media. I don't know if I met her on Instagram or if I met her on Facebook, but nonetheless, and actually I take that back. Let me rewind. I did not meet her on social media because I went to high school with her. But I never said anything to her. She never said anything to me. We never had words. She just knew of me and I knew of her. We have mutual friends, but we've never said anything. But fast forward, we connected on social media. We had became friends because, like I said on my other episode, I'm friends with a lot of people that I went to high school with. So at any rate, we connect on social media. We begin to talk. We begin to flirt, I guess, and then we exchange numbers. Once we exchange numbers, we begin to text, talk, so on and so forth, and we became closer. Now, I will say this, but I guess more than the average woman that I would just try to sleep with, she's in the percentage of me actually talking to her. So I did actually start talking to her and liking her. So there was only one barrier between me talking to her, is that I knew her in high school and I knew the guy who she was boyfriends with in high school. So the guy that she was boyfriends with in high school, I knew him. We had conversations. We actually had a couple, maybe 2 classes together. So I knew of him. But keep in mind, this is high school. So I personally don't think that count, and I don't think I hold any. I don't owe him any kind of, I guess we want to call it loyalty, is because we were in high school, we were kids. So fast forward to us talking. Now here go the punchline. The guy that I knew in high school that she was boyfriends with is not the guy who she had a child by, and then she was boyfriend and girlfriend with as we became adults. Now, the thing about this is, contrary to the guy that before that I knew in high school, that we had conversations, that we've had classes together, her baby daddy, who also went to the high school, I never had any conversation with him. I never had any class with him. I never dapped him up. We never gave each other a pound. We also had mutual friends, so I knew of him and he knew of me. Never, I can't really remember a time that I even said what's up to him. I can't really remember that. Don't get me wrong, this is high school. I don't. If I had to bet, we never said anything to each other. Never had any classes with each other. But we were friends on social media. That, I would say, was the only link, I guess, between me and him, knowing each other and having conversations. And also on each other's posts, he'll say something on my post, and I'll say things on his post. So this was now the girl's baby's daddy that I know of. This is him. Do I owe him loyalty? Do I owe him not to talk to his baby mama? I did not feel so, because I didn't know him physically or never had any words with him face to face. Now, let's rate this girl before we go any further. This girl is an 80% body, 80% face. She's slightly above average. Now, I'm not going to say slight. I take that back. She's above average. She's cute, nice body, but it's not, it could be bad. I don't even need to fluff anything. She's at 80%. 80% in the face, 80% in the body. So long story short, getting back to the punchline, me and her start dating. We start liking each other. And she actually lived out of state. So I decide, or we decide, okay, well, maybe you could come see me. So time go on, we talking, and I fly out of state to see her. I actually, and to be honest with you, now thinking back on it, this has now topped the record. This is 3 years ago. Has now topped the record of the farthest that I've been to get some pee or to fly to see a woman. And also I want to also say this, and thinking when I just said to get some pee. I think it's a separation or a difference between men and women when we initially start talking. And I'm thinking I'm flying out there to that's my in my forefront as a man. I'm flying out here to get this new P of this girl that I'm talking to. She's probably have me flying in like, oh, this is the guy that I like. We're dating. I hope things happen. I hope a future, whatever, whatever. But as a man, I'm thinking, yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to nothing good happening if it happens. But on my mind, I'm thinking, hey, I'm flying out of state to see her to hit this little P for the first time. All right. So that's my mentality of it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I fly out there. And you know, she come pick me up from the airport. We go get something to eat. We go back to her place. Now, for the most part, we're spending time at her place. We're getting to know each other. I meet her kids or whatever. Not meet them too in depth because they kind of stayed in their room or whatever. But I just, she introduced me to them and I met them, so on and so forth. So I really don't want this too much to be about the sex because the sex really was average. It wasn't, spectacular. It wasn't nothing special that took place. It wasn't bad, but it was just, it was sex. It was nothing regular. If anything, I was more. We did as in dating. We did have a little closer of a bond. I will not deny that. I will not take away from that. If she hears the story, we were cool. We were starting to, like each other. I thought she was cool. I thought she was smart. I thought she was funny. I thought she was all of the above. Like I said, she wasn't on the average level of me just hitting something, because I have flew out of state just purely to hit something. And don't get me wrong, I flew to hit something, but we were also talking and we were dating. And I will give the benefit of the doubt in telling the story that we were dating and we were, talking. So fast forward, like I said, we're there and we end up sleeping with each other, like I said, like I knew, like I went to do, and it was cool. Nothing spectacular. She did what she did. I did what I did. We did our thing together. She did her thing. I did my thing. We did our thing together. So fast forward, the gist or the layer of the story I want to get to is back to the baby daddy who I know of and he knows of me, but we never had words. We never been cool. We never shook hands. We never dapped each other. But I know who he is. So fast forward, I end up flying back home. I ended up flying back home, and in our talking or dating, we went to a wedding or so. She flew out to California, and we went to a wedding or something, some kind of wedding or whatnot. And she took a picture of me in it. And taking the picture of me and posting it, this is when her baby daddy finds out that we're talking, dating, dealing, or whatever. So he immediately friends me and blocked me. Now, before I continue the story, I want to ask you guys as listeners, do you guys feel that I owe him some kind of loyalty or owe him not to talk to his baby mama because he knows of me and I know of him? Again, giving you a little backstory. We never gave each other that, never had any conversations. I don't think we ever been in the same room with each other, let alone being in high school and having any classes. But I know who he is. He know who I am. So you guys let me know, do I owe this man loyalty? As in contrary to the boyfriend that she had when we were in high school, and I knew him, we had classes together, we had conversation, but this is not our baby daddy. So I would feel I owe him a little bit more loyalty if if he was the baby daddy. So getting back to the story, fast forward, he ended up blocking me. He ended up unfollowing me also, and also sends through the grapevine, through our mutual friends. Like I said, we have mutual friends. That it was kind of messed up for me to talk to his baby mama. Now that's kind of what more so I want to focus on with this is, again, repeating myself. I know we don't know each other. We know of each other. So through the great line, Gerald, that's fucked up. That's scandalous. You talk to him, talk to his baby mama, and you know that's his baby mama. You know this, that's whatever he had feelings, whatever the case may be. I don't, it could be lies, but so through the grapevine, he loved her. He had feelings for her. Da, 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 da. Why would you sleep with his baby mama? Whatever, whatever. Fast forward, so now me and her come to a understanding or conversing about the situation. So she also feels, well, I don't think she was even getting into the loyalty. Do you know him? Do you have you had conversation with him? She just simply wanted to move on with her life. She simply was holding on to the he didn't do right, so I'm moving on. And it shouldn't matter who I'm dating or who I'm sleeping with or who I'm moving forward with. That was her perspective. She wasn't even on the loyalty of, hey, should I be loyal? Do you know him? Maybe she didn't even care about that part. But those were my two contributing factors of we really don't know each other. And, we're grown now. We're moved on. She has a right to be with who she wants to and do what she wants to. So fast forward, this is what I'm asking you guys. Put in the comments, do I owe this man any kind of loyalty? Do I owe this man any kind of explanation? Do I owe him not to sleep or talk with his baby mama? So fast forward, we talked for maybe 3 months, 2 to 3 months, I'm not really sure. Talked to two, and we were actually, getting closer. I don't know where things would have went, but we were cool. We would converse. Things were cool. So what ended up happening is my ex passed away. So my ex passed away. This ex I had been with for 10 years. So the ex passed away I've been with for 10 years. And the girl kind of took it, of course I took it hard, but that's another story, another conversation altogether. And she didn't feel that I should have took it as hard as I did. Keep in mind, I was with this woman for 10 years. We were loving each other for 10 years. We were with each other for 10 years, so on and so forth. And I took it hard. She felt that I was taking it too hard, or I don't know. Well, her words were verbally, "Oh, you must have still been with her." And I will even give her a benefit of the doubt to this. We were still close. I was still doing things for her, with her, and so on and so forth, but we weren't together. But I can give her the benefit of the doubt. We were close. We were, in fact, close. So anyway, she didn't like it. And the way she got at me, I didn't need that at the time because I was hurt behind this passing. So the way she was trying to, I guess, force me to get over or force me not to uh, allow my feelings to be what they were, I ghosted her and I completely stopped answering her calls. I completely stopped asking her text. So that's why we end up stopped talking in the first place. So we just stopped, not in the first place, but just that's why we end up and wasn't talking anymore. So that was the end of our dating or our, getting to know each other or getting closer, is because I felt that she wanted me to move on emotionally from something that was real traumatic in my life. So that's the story. Like I said, I didn't want to get too much into the sexual detail because this story, it really wasn't about a sexual. And a lot of my stories in the body blow, it might not even be about the sexuality of it. It might be the surrounding layers. So the surrounding layers is, do I owe someone a loyalty to not talk to their baby mama if I know of them? Or even, and I'm gonna take it even further. Let's say I do know him. Let's say I did dap him up and we've been playing. Well, no, I guess not. Well, I guess that's the reason. It's the thin layer. It's the thin layer of, do I owe him? So that concludes this episode of Thousand Bodies Podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go follow us on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok on as A Thousand Bodies Podcast or King Drill Jones. That concludes this episode. Make sure you be fruitful and don't forget to multiply. Thank you.